All right, y'all. Y'all know what we here for, man. Let's talk about the two games that happened last night, man. We got games starting in literally 2 hours from now, so this video will be uploaded before the Thunder Mavs game. But let's just talk about. I really should have got this video out last night. I forgot that Saturday games come on so early. I'm just so dumb. But let's really look at what happened last night. So the Nuggets blew out the Timberwolves. Let's just start there because this will be a game we won't spend too much time on. Nuggets blew out the Timberwolves 117-90. This was the best. This was the best defensive game for the Nuggets by far in the series, and it was their best offensive game. I know there was a point where they had it might have been halftime or it might have been just before halftime where they literally had zero turnovers. Like I heard it being said on the broadcast by Tim Legler and my brother, what's his name? Damn, it was the black dude that was announcing, bro. And I was like, damn, like that's really the difference, bro. Because in this game, they really weren't turning the ball over at all. Let's look at the turnover differential in this game, bro. This was the Nuggets' best offensive game, and it wasn't close. So the Nuggets had 10 turnovers, which ended up actually being a lot. And Jokic had 3, Jamal Murray had 3, Michael Porter Jr. had 2. So, but like there was a point at a decent chunk into this game where they had 0 turnovers as a team. Let's see what. So it was 14-10. It wasn't a big difference in the turnovers. It felt like one. The Nuggets still didn't get a favorable whistle. They had 25 fouls to Minnesota's 20. But if you look at the foul count and everything like that, you would say, oh, Denver didn't get the favorable whistle. It was definitely Minnesota. I completely disagree. If you watch this game, you saw that Minnesota's defense was being like handicapped by the officials. Like you saw that it looked like the NBA was cracking down on Minnesota's defense. They were like, no, we don't allow them. We don't want to allow them to play physically the way they were in Game 2. We don't want you to be full court pressing and reaching in. We're gonna start calling all of these fouls. And through this entire game, that's what they were doing. It was getting the Timberwolves frustrated. The crowd was already pissed off entering the game because they were mad at Jamal Murray. They were booing him every single time he got the ball. It didn't matter what the score was. And then they started chanting "refs, you suck" at multiple points throughout the game because it was like that the refs were officiating very differently. And I'm not one of those people that believes in the script or the rigging or anything like that. All I'm going to say is I assume, first of all, that this is a different officiating crew, right? Let's assume that. So they probably do officiate differently. But if it's not, the NBA talked to somebody. Because there's no way a same officiating crew would officiate 2 games in a series that differently, and they're back-to-back games. There's no way. I'm sorry. I know the NBA didn't suspend Jamal Murray because they didn't want it to be like the 2016 finals where we're always saying, well, what if he was there for that game, blah, blah, blah. Now, here it's way different because Jamal Murray was already down 2-0, whereas Draymond was up 3. Hey! The dogs. Whereas Draymond was up 3-1 when he got suspended, so it is a little different. It's like you suspended a guy so his team wouldn't lose, where you suspended Draymond so his team would. Not so his team would lose, but not suspending Jamal Murray gives his team a better chance of winning. Because especially with they're already being down, suspending Draymond gave his team a much bigger chance of losing, and they were already up in the series. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the reverse effect. And I think Jamal Murray should have been suspended. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm glad he wasn't, just because I do want to see the Nuggets at full strength. Like, can the Timberwolves beat the Nuggets at full strength? I don't want any excuses, but he should have been. Let's be real now. This is the regular season. If this is David Stern, he would have been suspended. It wouldn't have even been a second thought. It would have been so simple because it wasn't like the heating pad incident was the only thing that happened in that game too. I believe he should have been suspended, and I probably could have made a whole video about just that, honestly, but I've been so locked in on the playoff reactions that I didn't even think about it till now. But in this game, bro, the Timberwolves got no offense outside of Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards was 8 for 15. He was a minus 32, and Cat was a minus 32, by the way. Nas Reed was a minus 25, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker off the bench was a minus 24. Kyle Anderson was a minus 16. Mike Conley was a minus 15. Jaden McDaniels was a minus 18. The only person that wasn't super bad into the plus-minus that played real minutes was Rudy Gobert, who was a minus 10. It was just all bad. Like, there was no bright spots. Anthony Edwards only had 19 points, 5 assists, 6 boards. He had a decently efficient game, 8 for 15, 3 for 8 from 3. Karl Anthony Towns had a very good three-point shooting game, 4 for 5 from 3. Mike Conley could not hit a 3, 1 for 5 from 3. But the thing with Cat is you want him to be shooting more shots. Why are you playing 33 minutes and only attempting 7 shots as our second option? Like, we need you to attempt more shots than that. Nas Reed, you need him to go better than 2 for 7. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, you're not really expecting him there to score. He's really more of a defender now. When he does score, though, it's a big help, but you're not expecting that, so I'm not mad at him. Jamal Murray finally had a Jamal Murray game, 11 for 21, 2 for 5 from 3, 24 points, plus 21 on the plus-minus. Now, again, this isn't a very efficient game. It's 11 for 21. It's 24 points on 21 shots. That's not great. But compared to the efficiency that Jamal Murray has been shooting in the playoffs, that's very good. He was getting booed the whole time, which I thought was a bad idea. I was like, I'm not going to lie, you might just get him into it. That might help him get into a groove, and it looked like it kind of did. But he still didn't look great or anything. He did just have a Jamal Murray game. Jokic, 10 for 18, 14 boards, 9 assists, 24 points. This was a game where, like, before the game, Mike Malone, who was out there saying, oh, we need Jokic to be the MVP. We need him to shoot 30 plus shots for us to win. In this game, he didn't have to. He only had to shoot 18, which was only the second most on the team. It was just, they were all very efficient. Like, the whole team was very efficient. They shot 48% from three, 54% almost from the field. Whereas they held the Timberwolves to 44% from the field, 30% from three. You're just not going to win the game if you're Minnesota when you're shooting that poorly and they're shooting that well. When that combination of your defense isn't going, the refs are calling more fouls on you than they've been calling, and your shots aren't just aren't falling, and you got guys that aren't being aggressive like Cat, you're not gonna win that game. Now they were up 2-0, so it's not a big deal with them dropping this first game at home, but they better not lose game 4, because if they lose game 4, then the Nuggets have all the momentum going back into Denver. So you can't. I'm not gonna lie, Minnesota game 4 is a must win for both teams. I think game 4 is a must win because I think whoever wins this game 4 will win the series, because I believe if the Nuggets win this game 4, I believe they will. I believe whoever wins this game 4 will have a. How am I trying to put this, bro? I'm not trying to sound like an idiot. I'm saying if the Nuggets win game 4, I believe they'll win game 5. I'm saying if the Timberwolves win game 4, it doesn't matter whether or not they win game 5 because the series is over because they'll be up 3-1. That's what I'm saying. So game 4 is a must win for both teams because if it's the Nuggets, not only do you tie it going 2-2, you have all the momentum going back home where you could go up 3-2. If you go up 3-2 after being down 2-0, the series is over. On the other hand, if you're Minnesota, you go up 3-1, the series is over. So, or at least in my opinion, you never want to count it out. It's happened before. We've all seen it happen before multiple times. And you know what I'm saying? Even in the finals, we saw what's happened against the literal best team of all time, record-wise. The 2017 team was better, but record-wise. Anyways, that was that game. Nothing went right for Minnesota. Everything went right for Denver. It's just one of those games. I'm not too worried about Minnesota. Game 4 will tell me a lot more, but I wasn't too worried about that game. The Pacers beat the Knicks 111-106. Both teams that played last night avoided going down 3-0. That's great. You love to see that. These are competitive series. This was a game right here where Dante DiVincenzo was cooking the entire game. This was a game where Jalen Brunson had a very, very inefficient night. Josh Hart was doing what you want Josh Hart to do, shooting very efficiently. He just didn't take a lot of shots. Same with Isaiah Hartenstein, same with Precious Achiuwa. And you had OG Anunoby, who literally did not play. You can't be mad at the Knicks for losing this one. They literally only lost by 5, and they started Precious Achiuwa over OG Anunoby, who did not play because of his hamstring. Pascal Siakam was good, 9 for 14, 26.7 boards is really good. Aaron Nesmith was really good. He also did get the Jalen Brunson assignment, at least for the parts of. I don't know if I watched the first half of this game, but I know I watched the end of the second quarter and the whole second half. I don't remember how much of this game I watched in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. But I do know that for the majority of the time that I watched, Aaron Nesmith was getting the Jalen Brunson assignment, and it looked a lot easier. Now, again, they were missing OG. They were missing a starter. They've already had so many injuries, so it's hard to say that Aaron Nesmith can guard Jalen Brunson. Again, he literally did still have 26 points. Now, it came on 26 shots and only 2 for 6 from 3 with only 6 assists and no boards. So he didn't have a good game, but he still got his kind of in a way. It was really Dante DiVincenzo for them that cooked. He was 12 for 26, 7 for 11 from 3 with 35 points. If it wasn't for him, this game would not have been close. Same with Alec Burks off the bench, was hitting big shots. Now, he missed a few clutch ones down the stretch, and then they took him out for Miles McBride. But him and Miles McBride were both hitting big shots. Alec Burks did have a much, much more efficient game than Miles McBride did, but they both contributed solidly off the bench. They only played an 8-man, and Jericho Sims only played for 4 minutes, so it was really a 7-man rotation. With all the injuries they have, that's not surprising to me. The Pacers only playing a 9-man, but it was really just their starters. Not even TJ McConnell gave them much off the bench. It was really Halliburton, again, having a really, really aggressive game, which is what the Pacers need for him, which is what I've been saying the whole playoffs. 14 of 26, 14 of 26, 6 for 16 from 3 with 35 points, 7 assists, 4 boards. Again, he can always get his assist numbers up if he really wants to. It's that 35 points, hitting 6 threes. Now, 16 threes is a lot, which is insane. He only hit 6. But he hit 6 of 16, which isn't like, for 3-pointers, it's not a terrible percentage. You're not expecting the guy to shoot 50% on 16 threes. He's not Steph Curry. You're not expecting that from him. And with the way his jump shot has looked since his injury, since the All-Star break, you're very happy with the 6 for 16 from 3. You're going to be very happy with his 35 points. He played very well. Miles Turner had a bounce-back game, 7 for 13 with 21 points and 10 boards. Great game for him. You love that for him. It was really just they all had a pretty efficient night for Indiana. They got up more threes, but they missed more. It was really they missed 2 more threes. They were 12 for 32, while the Knicks were 14 for 27. But it was just from the field. They were both really similar teams from the field today. The big difference here was it wasn't even it was kind of the free throw discrepancy, but like New York didn't shoot less. It's just they shot worse because they actually shot more. They went 16 for 22, whereas the Pacers went 15 for 18. Again, they made more and they shot more, but they also missed more. So it's like there were some big differences there. And the turnover differential wasn't a big deal. New York had 3 more turnovers. Again, you're not going to see too many differences in a game that was this close. Like, you're just not going to. The rebounding battle was won by Indiana by 1. It's just they won the little battles, and it was Tyrese Halliburton having a big game. And it was Pascal Siakam having a very solid game as a second option, a very efficient night. You didn't need much from your bench, and you had OG Anunoby out. That helped with the game, and you had the home crowd. Like, there was a lot of things where it was a very even game. It was just there was a lot of factors that kind of in an even game in the playoffs and a home crowd when you got a team missing a player. Even if it's an even game, the team that has the more advantages with the home crowd with not being as injured, that team's going to win. That's just kind of what happened here. It wasn't a big I don't think it was a big deal. Now, I do want to see if that Aaron Nesmith on Jalen Brunson assignment continues to work, continues to at least make him be less efficient. Like, we know he's going to score. Their whole offense is him scoring. Like, he has to score. We know he will. He will get his. It's just, will it make him less efficient? Will it make it tougher on him? Will it make him tougher to get buckets? Will it make it so he's more gas? Will they start hunting him defensively to make him more gas? Like, you saw Josh Hart actually sit on the bench for a few seconds yesterday. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just one of those games where the Knicks could have. It was the same way with the Timberwolves. The Knicks could have afforded to lose. Obviously, they didn't want to, but you could afford to lose it. They obviously went out there and put up a great fight. That Jalen Brunson 3 at the end of the game, I hated that shot. I believe it was their last true offensive possession where there was 3 guys on him. He dives forward trying to hit that 3, and he was trying to draw a foul. There was very obviously no foul. I think he airballed the 3 or just bricked it. Like, he was really, really off. He was trying to dive forward, hit the 3, you know what I'm saying, have it to go in. Like, he was literally falling forward while shooting it. There was no foul. There was never going to be a foul call there. Nobody touched him. Nobody was near touching him. I hate that. I hate the way that the NBA has made it to where players can play to just always draw that foul instead of getting up a shot. Like, in that moment, bro, you have to be focused more on the shot quality than getting the foul call. You have to be focused more on that. With that little time left in the game, with the potential to go up 3-1, I'm not thinking, ooh, let me shoot this 3 because if they foul me, then I can just make all free throws. I'm thinking I'm trying to get off the best 3 possible. If I make it, I make it. If I miss it, I miss it. If I get fouled, I get fouled. Because there's no guarantee you even make all 3 free throws if you go to the line. And I'm pretty sure he would have had to, because I'm pretty sure they were down 3 at the time. So it's like, okay. But anyways, yeah, that was what I saw from last night. I'm still going to stick with my OG predictions were Nuggets in 7, Knicks in 6. I'm going to stick with Knicks in 6. I don't believe the Nuggets will win this series anymore, to be honest. Even with last night's win, I don't believe it. But obviously, I'm going to stick with my picks. I'm not just going to change my picks. So, we'll see what happens. Today we have the Thunder game coming on in literally at 2:30 Central, so literally almost exactly 2 hours from now. And then we have the Celtics game coming on a little after that. I think it comes on at like 7, so a lot after that, like 7:30 Central time, so 8:30 Eastern, I'm pretty sure. Let me just go ahead and check since I'm here. Yeah, Celtics Cavs is 7:30 Eastern, so it's 8:30. It's 7:30 Central, so it's 8:30 Eastern. Like, my goodness, am I slow? Like, I'm about to have a college degree in a year for those y'all that don't know. And I'm out here slow. Don't even know what's going on. Anyways, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Stay blessed. Stay praying. Keep God in your life. Do something for your mom tomorrow for Mother's Day, man. Go to church. Take her out for brunch. Just do something simple for your mom, bro. And yeah, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm always praying for y'all. If you watching, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you liked the video. And yeah, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.